much for sharing. Up next, we have Abdulmalik, who describes his experiences with the essence of fear and mentally overcoming it. Please join me on the stage, Abdulmalik Alqurashi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm not going to lie to you. When I stand in front of me, I'm really scared. I'm very nervous. I don't know what to do. I wanted to walk out of the circle. I wanted to start walking around the stage to divert the attention a little bit, but they didn't let me. So I'm going to have to circle around this circle. But I want to ask you a question. Is me confiding in you just now and telling you that I'm a little bit scared to be here, that I'm feeling the stress of the moment, have any of you lost respect for me? I'd hope it would be no. Thank you. Because when we think about it, we all know, no matter who we are, that when we're on this stage, we're scared. No matter who we are, no matter how many talk shows I've done, no matter if I'm a teacher and I always teach a class, no matter if I'm a boss and I lecture 300 people, I am scared when I'm on stage. And I think that's normal, isn't it? Isn't that the normal human response? Aren't we humans structured that whenever we do something of meaning, of matter, we feel afraid, stressed, and scared. My hands are shaking uncontrollably right now. I can't control it. I'm stressed. But we always have this idea that we have to overcome fear. This fear that we have to try to find the path, the way where I'm not going to feel afraid. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be Superman. I'm going to be like, okay, this is so easy. But it just never is. I'm always scared. Why is that? But I want to restructure this idea of fear, this idea of overcoming fear, because when we know that we can never overcome fear, we understand that this fear that we feel is respect. It's respecting the moment we're doing. Because if I wasn't afraid, that'd be disrespectful to all of you. The fact is that I'm afraid because I want to give out a good talk, a good speech, so I had to prepare. I had to understand what I was going to say. I had to understand every single ounce of my speech, so when I came here, I could say something of use. And because I was afraid, I was able to stand in front of you all here and speak. Not because I was Superman who was so confident and I'm just going to stand here and have no fear. No, because I was scared. And I think that's respect. To have the fear is the respect for the endeavor that you're about to encounter. And let's take an example. If we're going Mount Everest. If I wanted to climb Mount Everest, if I was just, okay, I'm Abdulmalik Alqurashi, I'm the greatest of all time, I'm going to grab a backpack, a bottle of water, I'm going to climb Mount Everest next day. I think we all know I might get really hurt doing that because I haven't prepared. But when we think about the person who actually went to Mount Everest, the person who put the flag on top of there, are we really going to say that they weren't afraid? That they could jump from the heights of the mountain and they'd be okay? I don't think so. I think if they were on top of that mountain, they were terrified. They're like, oh my God, it's so cold up there. I'm going to get hypothermia. There's low oxygen. It's so high, I might fall. I have to prepare. I have to do something. I can't just go there unprepared. So what did I do? What did I do? I researched. He researched. He found every single minute detail of Mount Everest so that when he climbed, he knew everything. They knew everything. They knew that the oxygen levels, they knew the temperature, they knew the heights. And once they knew that and only then were they able to put the flag on top of there. If they weren't scared, we would never hear of them. The ones who were scared are the ones who put the flag on top. And I'll give you an example from my personal life. If you go back to 9th grade Abdulmalik, little old Abdulmalik, you would not find me on the stage. You'd find me very introverted. I wouldn't want to be talking to people. I wouldn't even be talking to any of you alone, let alone on front of the stage. And my friends and everyone used to worry about, Abdulmalik, why are you so introverted? Go out there, talk to people, find some public speech. I was like, no, definitely not. Anything other than public speech, that's definitely not. Abdulmalik is an introvert. Abdulmalik likes to stick to himself. Abdulmalik does not like to talk to people. And the couple of friends that I did have at the time, they kept nagging me to go to this public speaking conference. It's an MUN, Model United Nations. Some of you might have heard of it by now. And I said, definitely not. Anything but that. Put me anywhere, just don't put me in a public speaking conference. I'll do whatever you want, just don't get me there. Please, leave me alone. I'm going to sit in my class, you guys go there, have fun. أدعي لكم لا تخافوا. And then they kept nagging me, and I was like, fine, whatever, I'll go, but I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not going to go up on the stages, I'm going to watch the people. I'm just going to be there in my seat, little old me, watching, wow, these are such beautiful speakers. That's all I was going to do. And frankly, that's what happened. And to add on to that, due to their maliciousness, they added me to the most expert committee. So I was sat there, and I was with the best speakers that I've ever seen in my life. And I looked at them, and they were speaking with such eloquence, such elegance, and they were such great speakers. And I was thinking to myself, can I really logically say that while they stand there, while they speak with this eloquence, this passion, can I say that they aren't a little bit stressed while they speak? Can I say that they're not afraid? I thought to myself, I was like, there's no way. So why is it that I'm in the same room, yet I'm in my seat scared, while they're scared, but they're on top of the stage and they're talking to everyone? What's the difference? Anyone know? There's no difference. It's just one did and one didn't. And I thought to myself, I didn't do anything with that thought at the time, but it kept lingering. And I was like, I have to do something. I can't just be afraid and not do anything. So the next week, we had another conference. It was the same one. It was actually my school's one, DJIS MUN. And I was like, fine. I don't know how I'm going to say things. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm petrified. I'm so stressed. But I think everyone is as well. So I think I have to speak. I have to. It's my right to myself that I have to do everything I have while being afraid and still do it. So I went to this conference, and every time a question was posed, every time someone was meant to speak, I was that person. Not because I was good. Trust me. I wasn't very good. Not at the time. But I spoke. Whatever the words might be. I didn't know how I was going to say, but I stood up there and I said what I wanted to say. And that alone, while being scared, is what brought me in front of you here today, brought me in this stage, and brought me to multiple other stages. Not because I ever stopped being afraid, not because my hands ever stopped shaking, but because I learned that I will never have unshaken hands, that I will always be afraid, that no matter what happens, I'm scared, I'm terrified. And I want you to linger on those thoughts. The people who speak are afraid, no matter what they do. The people who do anything of meaning, anything that actually invokes people, anything that is difficult, no one is truly confident. Everyone has this inkling of fear, oh my God. So why is it that we avoid things? Why is it that we have this idea that we're somehow going to be in a utopia and we're not going to be afraid? That somehow, some way, I'm just going to be super confident and I'm going to take the world by storm. I don't think that's possible. And if I could leave you with at least two things from my talk, they would be this. The first of which, everyone who is before me in this stage, and everyone who will be after me, know and understand that they were a little bit stressed before they came here, including myself. And know and understand that it's not easy to be here, and that they were stressed. So let's give a gigantic round of applause to everyone who was standing on the stage, for all of, even if they made mistakes, even so, because it's stressful, it's terrifying. And secondly, I want you to look at your life. Look at all the moments you've lived and all the things you've tried to face. And I want you to ask yourself, was I trying to look for some utopia, some world where I'd face this and I wouldn't feel afraid at all? Was I trying to look for a route, some way, somehow, where I do this and I'd be super confident? If you were, know that that will never happen. No matter what happens, it will never happen. That's the one true thing. You'll always be afraid. And look at those moments and face them head on while being afraid. While being afraid. And once you look at those moments, I promise you, and I promise you, and I promise you, you will find much better endeavors in your life. Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Abdulmalik, you have opened our eyes to something truly inspirational. Thank you very much.